Well, today was an interesting day. I got up early, believe it or not, at 6 o'clock, got ready, went outside into the bitter cold, and there were a lot of people already lined up, so I had to fight for space right along the deck to get a good view of us entering Deception Island through the little narrow inlet where we can go. There's cliffs on either side and rocks, so it's very dangerous, but yeah, so I got up early, but it was foggy as all get out, and I stood there for like 45 minutes at the front of the ship, just wind, cold as all get out, just blasting me in the head, to get these pictures and this video of us going into the to the little bay in the middle of this volcanic ring that is an island. And you could barely see anything because of the dang fog. And then I thought, well, you know, probably alternatively, I could have just filmed us leaving and then reversed the footage, but no, I didn't think of that. And it would have been better because on the way out it was bright and sunny and clear and you could see all the scenery, so that was a mistake. That's what I get for getting up early when I don't usually do that. Then landing started pretty early, so since I was up, I just got breakfast, got ready, and then got on the boat to shore. It was quite a hike today. It was uphill at like a really extreme angle. I don't know how some of the old people did it, but all in this like volcanic ash and gravel. So your feet were sinking in and you're going uphill, and it was really, really windy. So you're fighting against the wind. It was an ordeal. But we didn't even get to go all the way up to the top of the mountain because it was too windy up there. The guide said they couldn't even stand up when they were trying to set up the trail for us. I kept trying to bribe people or talk them into letting me go to the top, and they were like, nah, it's too dangerous. So I didn't. Yeah, so I stuck with my dinner mate the whole time. We've only had a formal sit-down assigned table meal once so far on this trip, and they put a bunch of Americans, well, there's only 4 of us, but all of us together at one table, and we hit it off immediately. So every time we see each other on the ship now, it's, hey, how did that thing go, and what are you up to, and how'd you like today's adventures? So anyway, I stuck with Phyllis, this New York lady. She's fun. And then we came down, and then I did the polar plunge. I did it. Yes. And it was so funny because there was this penguin right on shore right when I was ready to go. He'd been swimming around, and then he just kind of hopped up on shore and was just watching those of us who were jumping in like, oh, what's the big deal? Why are you getting out so fast? So yeah, he sat there, and then I ran in as fast as I could. I figured that was the strategy. Not like when we go to the coast and used to swim in those freezing waters and we just kind of inch our way in. No, this time I was like, friggin' run and then jump in. So I did, and as soon as my head went under, like all thoughts of things I wanted to do just like left my brain. It was ice water, just, and it's salty because it's the ocean. So it's salty ice water just everywhere. So I just stood up and was like, oh, just trying to like touch my face, make sure it was still there. And the weirdest thing was that it made my like a sinus pressure so that like I needed to pop my ears and I couldn't. So that was a weird effect. And yeah, so then I immediately ran out. And the funny thing is, you know, when you're stripping down to go in, you're in the air shivering and you're cold. After you get out of the water, the air feels warm. It's the weirdest thing. So I kind of got out and then posed took a few selfies, went over, posed, and then, you know, arranged my stuff and slowly started, you know, drying off and getting ready, because suddenly everything outdoors was comfortable, even in my dripping wet swimsuit. So it was odd. And I think the Arctic Ocean might have some sort of hidden beauty qualities, because look at my hair now. It's like all healthy and fabulous looking. So I don't know, there might be something to it. Yeah, so then we came back. Oh, and there were penguins today. It was the funniest thing. They were surrounding the ship, and then they would, there were pods of them, and then they would be kind of swimming and checking the ship out. And then when our little Zodiac boats would go to shore, they would all hop along and follow them. So yeah, we saw a lot of them, you know, swimming around today. It was really cute. Let's see, and then I came back and kind of sat up in the panorama lounge and read a book, and then it was the weirdest thing because I was sitting, you know, facing the windows, and at one point I just kind of looked up from my book, just looking out the window because the sun had come out, and was looking at its reflection on the water, and right at the spot I was looking, suddenly an orca whale just kind of breached. He didn't jump, but he just like, he came up for a breath or whatever, and I was like, I wish I was ready with my camera. But I saw another whale, so that was exciting. So we left Deception Bay. Now we're heading down to the continent. According to our briefing today, the weather is not ideal, and so there is a possibility that we may not be able to land where we wanted to land tomorrow. So crossing my fingers that the weather is nice and I get to be on the continent tomorrow. But what that means is the ride is about to get a lot rougher, and we can already feel it. It's the kind of wibbling and wobbling that makes you not be able to walk straight. And I'd stopped taking my seasickness medication a couple days ago, so I hope I don't start needing it now. Well, I mean, if I need it, I have it, but I thought I was getting used to things, but it was just that we had really good weather. So, yeah, things are gonna get interesting. And I guess the area we're going through is really rich whale water, so maybe I'll see some more whales, maybe I'll get some good pictures of whales. And then tomorrow should be some icebergs, like real iconic Antarctic icebergs. I went to a photography workshop today, so hopefully my pictures will improve after today. And let's see what else. Just, I'm getting to know a lot of people, so it's really funny. Everywhere I go, you know, someone will be like, oh, Megan, hey. They all remember my name, and I cannot remember anybody's name. It's terrible. But a lot of people got pictures of me doing the polar plunge or, you know, doing other stuff. So we've been airdropping photos back and forth. And so, yeah, I've got documentation. It's good. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like going in the hot tub again tonight because it is cold and windy out there. I just went out to look around, and it was sunny, which made it deceptive because it is really cold and really windy, and the wind is supposed to be 30 knots tomorrow, so you can bet I'm gonna walk outside and try to film me walking in it, so look forward to that. Otherwise, that's it for today.